we all can have a positive impact on the environment. It doesn't matter how old we are. That is something we all have to learn. Won't you agree, Joy?
Yes, of course, it's never too early. In Germany and Tanzania, for instance, pupils are working together to go green. They have formed a unique partnership between two schools thousands of kilometers away from each other, just like we do in T. And so whether it's reforestation or installing solar panels, they take matters into their own hands and are doing their bit for the environment. Let's take a look.
German and Tanzanian pupils have teamed up to go green. In Germany, the students of Wilhelm Raabe School have planted 5,500 trees and installed solar panels on the roof, allowing the school to generate its own electricity. But the students want to share their passion with others. That's why they regularly visit Bishop Moshi Secondary School in Tanzania. Together, they planted another 500 trees in Tanzania. And they also installed solar panels on the school's roof. The Tanzanian students are now preparing to visit their German counterparts. Together, they help the environment, while making lots of new friends.
Do you like that? If you are also doing your bit, tell us about it. Visit our website or send us a tweet. #DoingYourBit. We share your stories.
It's good to know that we have young people who are committed to protecting the environment. And speaking of protection of the environment, we are now joined by Samson Ogala, who is the programs manager at the Pan-African Climate Justice Alliance here in Kenya, to tell us more about what it means to go against the status quo in the country in the name of protecting the environment. Thank you so much for joining us, Samson. It's really good to have you on Eco at Africa. Well, for many people, they don't quite understand what it means to be an environmental activist. Maybe you can run us through that in a country like Kenya.
Working as an environmental activist in Kenya has been a very challenging task. And what we try to do is also to continue to create the awareness, despite you be stepping on toes, despite that it looks like as an odd task. But again, we are committed to doing that because if we don't support the environment would support us.
What has it been like for you? What kind of difficulties have you faced as environmental activists in trying to push for your agenda to be heard?
You are putting your life online because what you are trying to do might not sit well with maybe the power that be.
Can you share some of the examples, maybe?
Okay, fine. I give you a practical example of what is happening right now in Lamu.
Yeah.
The coal mining in Lamu. The government wants to start power generation through coal mining.
Yeah.
And we know the impact, the implication of venturing into coal mining and the impact on the environment. And then you are telling the government, no, these things you have to switch. Okay, you have to go renewable. You have to go geothermal, you have to source for other means of sourcing for energy. And the government says, no, we are committed to providing energy. The government won't listen to you. And the corporate bodies are also there to partner with the government. And it's their business, the profit first. It's profit that comes before people.
You know, it's interesting that you put it that way because it actually means that the environment is more political than we actually seem to see it. And while we just look at it as an environment, the air we breathe and the trees we look at, it actually goes way beyond that. So do you think that African countries are doing enough when it comes to climate action and, you know, reversing the effects of climate change?
African countries pledge to do more in addressing the issues of climate change, in addressing the environmental problems, compared to the developed country who has actually caused the problem. Kenya, for instance, has committed to reducing its greenhouse gas emission by 30% by 2020. That is a commitment that even some developed countries have not done.
We recently had a plastic bag ban in the country today. Do you think that actually is going to have a positive impact on the environment from where you stand?
All these plastic bags and around us have impact on the environment and even on the aquatic life. So Kenya is setting the pace, and all the African countries should follow suit. By the time many countries embrace the banning of plastic bags, we will have a better environment to live on and even do business.
What do you think need to be our priorities going forward?
Kenya is the only country in Africa that has a Climate Change Act. That is a big plus. No other country in Africa has done that. Kenya has National Climate Change Response Strategy. Kenya has National Climate Change Action Plan. So if we are aiming to achieve the Sustainable Development Goal and even Kenya Vision 2030, then we have to prioritize issues of environment. We have to prioritize translating all these good policies we have into practice and into action. As long as they remain on paper, they're as good as dead.
Well, thank you so much, Samson, for the great insights on Eco at Africa. We look forward to having you again on the show soon, hopefully.
Thank you so much for having me, Joy.
All right.